welcome in to another episode of Strange Town Golden Ridge, a Savage Worlds campaign DM by Mr. Pickles. We're back. It's been a couple weeks, but hopefully if you guys are watching on YouTube, you'll see that there wasn't an episode last week. I'm trying to get my times correct, but you got a brand new episode of a Raft Let's Play featuring Mr. Pickles as well, so we kind of interjected with that in between, but we're back. Strange Town Golden Ridge, episode 4 now. Of the second chapter. So I'm going to pass it off to our DM, Mr. Pickles, who's going to bring us in. I don't know how he wants to run it, so we're going to find out together.
Well, I am the GM here. I am Mr. Pickles. I'm running this game using the Savage Worlds Adventurers Edition. We were using the Deluxe Explorers Edition, but then we realized that that was a bad idea and just used the Superior Edition. I'm running this modern horror investigation thing where we're set in the Pacific Northwest going after strange things in a town called Golden Ridge. It doesn't have a lot of the modern issues, but it has some very unique issues of its own. They've seen strange monsters haunting suburbs, and now they're in the woods following a mime on a march to a cave. It's a long story, but I think that's good enough for now. We're marching off towards dangerous things. Let's introduce the characters who are marching off. Let's go ahead and start with the king.
The king himself, Travis King, is, I've got his character sheet pulled up here, bail bonds recovery agent. He is new to town. He's an outsider, comes into the town to try and basically be a modern day bounty hunter, and has gotten way in over his head, doesn't know really what the fuck is going on, and can't trust anyone, including his new pal and very, very, very good acquaintance, Fred.
Yo, I play Frederick Verde, a detective for the police department in Golden Ridge, currently out in the woods on vacation. To be perfectly honest, Fred's kind of pissed off about not being on actual vacation, but we'll figure out what he's going to do about it later.
And that's the two investigators going on this adventure. You might notice that there's a third. That's a dog that is owned by Travis King named Titan. He's your little comrade who trots behind you, and he is as helpful as he can be sometimes.
Borg.
Yes. So yes, this mime you guys had saved in the woods in a prior session after finding some strange liquid in a jar with a smiley face carved on it. You gave that to her, she poured it on herself and just wiped away her wounds, of which she had many of them. She is still covered in blood, so you are following a mime into the woods that is covered in blood, her own presumably, or mostly her own. And she has told you through subtitles, so to speak, we'll get to that in a second, that you guys are going off on a quest.
There's so much to unpack here.
There is a lot to unpack. Yeah, she's told you through subtitles, comma, you got subtitles by eating the strange powder that you guys found in the basement. Why was it strange in the basement? Well, because the trapdoor was both locked from the inside and the outside. So they really didn't want you to get it, and somebody made it awful hard to get this. And we've described it as drugs because it looked like a powder of some kind, but like rainbow colored. It hasn't done anything besides make you see these subtitles that the mime is giving you. It has had no effect like even like a sugar high. It's just simply you see subtitles when she speaks, quote unquote, because her mouth isn't moving. Anyways, is there anything that you guys want to ask here or do at the cabin before you are actually marching off? I presume that you have a backpack and like your weapon of choice, maybe a few weapons, like a handgun with your shotgun or something, a knife. Yeah, you probably have a few tools.
Yeah, I'm probably coming fully loaded. I mean, my truck has most of my survival gear, specifically. My Jeep has most of my survival gear, actually, but what I can carry, I'm carrying with me.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing the same, taking all my shotgun shells, and assorted other equipment with me, because last time we went and did some shit like this, it got wild.
Last time I went and did shit like this, I died, so...
It's been
yeah.
sooner for you than it has been for me.
But King didn't get bitten in the neck, so
That's true. You got bit by alien vampire things. I just drowned myself.
A lot to unpack here in the strange town of Golden Ridge.
Just keep
And that's what we
digging.
do. The title appears. Strange Town.
I don't have that on a scene, but that would be a great idea. Oh, I should build a transition like that. That's a great idea, Pickles. Thank you.
Oh, great.
Oh,
You
thank
gave him
you.
an idea.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that by next episode.
Well, yeah. Okay, so there was our title card. If Rath has gone back and edited it so that it just looks like there is just the title card, this is where
Then
the
we're
joke
doing
originated.
Man, I might.
Yeah, so you guys are marching into the woods. I put you guys as Verde, then King, then Titan, but is there a different marching order that you'd prefer? I'm behind the mime leading.
King would probably go first, but if Fred's like just walks in front of me, no, Titan. King would leave it. He'd be like, "Yeah, you go first. Like that's fine. I'll be behind him. Probably hanging in the back with Titan, maybe playing a little fetch, roughing him up, wrestling a little bit as we're walking along."
Fred doesn't want to go first.
Well, the lady's going first, just to be super clear.
Well, Fred doesn't want to be
who's
the
following
first
behind her.
Fred doesn't want to be the first of the two nunchucks.
Yeah, I guess Travis and Titan would be second.
All right, and so Verde, you'd be at the back then.
Yes,
so?
I will remain behind the vicious-looking dog.
He's not that vicious looking, is he?
He's more vicious-looking than I am.
Well, I guess that's true.
That's fair.
All right. So you guys have been traveling then. You go into the woods and you start hiking on this path. You knew it'd probably be a few hours of hiking. And it's early afternoon at this point on a Saturday, so you have time. You're certain of this. Go ahead and roll for me an athletics check, the both of you. Something you do have trained because it is a core skill. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Can I use my D10 for being a muscle weapon from the underground?
Okay, wrong system.
I've got a 10!
Wrong game.
Exploding dice, I got a 10.
Ooh, okay.
For anyone watching who didn't get that reference, go watch Drinks and Discussions, the RPG podcast. Okay, you wanted me to roll something, and I lost myself in my own joke and didn't hear what.
Athletics.
All right, thank you. I have that trained. It's a D6. Do I get Pickles Love bonus?
There are no bonuses here.
Rolling. I got a 5, which is a success, but not as good as Verde over there, killing it.
Not as good as a 10. Yeah, so you guys are hiking along, and it's been about an hour and a half. And Travis, you're starting to feel like you're sweating a little bit, but you're not like fatigued or anything. You don't need a break necessarily. It's just come to a point where you're starting to feel a little bit hungry. And when you look back at Detective Verde, he's not even sweating. Like in Verde, you of course are keeping cool. You've got a good pace here, and yeah, you could go for a snack, but you're not like hungry. You could wait like another hour or two for dinner. It's probably like 4:30, 5 o'clock. And the mime ahead has stopped in this field. What field are you talking about? This is the field I'm talking about. I don't know why it's keeping Fred over there. There we go. You should see a forest clearing. This is where the mime is sort of stopped in the woods, one of these clearings. Not unlike the one that she was in, but clearly no circle and no weird darkness to it either.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably doing one of those, like looking around, seeing if anybody else wants to take a break, but not saying that I want to take a break. Like, man,
she seems like she needs it.
Are you feeling tired, man? Are you good?
This would be a great spot for a break if you need it, Verde.
Fred just kind of looks over at him. I feel fine, man. You would not imagine the places I gotta go as a detective in this town.
Yeah, you're right. Mime, Fred needs a break. Why don't we pack it in and take a I don't know.
Fred just raises his eyebrows. Not.
She gives you like a thumbs up from like a bent over position of like, oh my gosh, I'm so in pain here. She sits down in the grass.
I sit down too, and I would like to pull out my penis. No,
Unequip.
I never actually bought any snacks, but I'm assuming I have snacks. I mean, I
Yeah.
think I have food, right?
Yeah, what kind of snacks would King have packed?
Jerky.
I think I did tell you guys at the start. You had like $100 like free, like you budgeted for it.
Yeah,
you got some food and groceries and
I
hot
probably got
dogs
some
and
like
whatnot.
jerky and cheese and stuff, and I'm sharing it with Titan. Playing fetch.
All right. Yeah, after a few minutes, you both get the subtitled message from her, saying, "This must be really strange for you two."
How so?
Yeah, you fucking thing.
I just think you're.
I mean, it's been, we've done this before, sadly.
I've never saw subtitles in life before, or followed
Oh, the subtitles are definitely weird.
bloody
but everything
mimes
else,
into the forest.
everything else is about par for the course, ain't it?
You must have been friends for a long time.
We're still not friends.
Meh.
She gives you a puzzled look. Then why do you
Kinda
work so well together?
Because we're
come
great at our
close-
jobs.
We're good at our jobs, and we've come close to beating each other in the heads enough times that, you know, we've kind of just got along. It's easier to get it. It's easier to just get along rather than try and constantly kill each other. You know what I mean?
She nods. You must have military or police experience.
I do. I'm
Yes.
currently a detective down in town. I don't really know about him. Where are you at?
You never asked.
Well, I'm asking now.
Fair enough.
No. No, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, some military experience in the past.
Nice.
She nods. So, did either of you see active combat? Any active combat experience?
I believe we both have.
Yeah, both the supernatural and the natural.
He got bit by
Yeah.
vampire aliens.
Vampire alien zombie thing.
Have you gotten that checked? Like, are you a vampire alien now? Like, is that how it works? Are you?
Do I look like a vampire
Are they
alien?
breeding inside you?
Do I look like a vampire alien?
Something gonna burst out your chest? Ah!
Worst DM move ever. 7 sessions later, you're dead.
The alien bursts out your chest. Oh man, you really should have.
Pickle, I thought we weren't doing this.
Nope. This is the worst camp. No. Anyways.
Ah!
Do I look like a vampire alien thing? Travis?
Well, yeah, but that was before you got bit, so.
That makes the mime laugh, apparently, but you only get that from looking at her. There's no subtitled laughter.
Oh, there's no laughter subtitle. Okay.
Unfortunately, no.
It sucks.
Yeah, we're just writing out these subtitles. Sucks their job.
It's me. I'm the one that is
Like
that.
Silent laughter.
The force that is writing these subtitles sucks at their job.
What about you, mime? What'd you do before you were a mime, or were you born a mime?
Have you always been a mime?
Yeah, come out the womb looking like that.
I was not always a mime, she sends to you. And I don't think that I had any military, police, or combat training before I became a mime.
You don't think? Usually something you'd remember.
They tell us that we lose a lot in our enlistment, and that we do so willingly. That this is our cause. I guess we're all dedicated to solving these problems for humanity. So much so that we lose things.
Okay, so you lost your memories before this?
What do you remember?
Not much.
That's
All right,
unfortunate.
well,
I think that I was think that I was a martial arts instructor, and I probably wasn't married.
Why?
She holds up her hand, no
Because you
ring.
were happy.
Fred pulls a notebook out of his jacket and pen. Note to self: do not become mine. All right.
Note to self: don't get married.
Fred just kind of looks at Travis. Really?
Travis also
That's what you got out of that?
Isn't writing anything. He's just writing, doing this on his hand. He just said that out loud.
Buy
Hey!
notebook.
Don't.
Also, good writing pencil would be
Remember
nice.
to get notepad.
It's like, hey, don't read. What's your name, Mom? Did we already ask you that? I can't remember. I don't remember your
I
name.
think we did. It was unpronounceable in English,
Oh,
if I remember correctly. Am I?
that's
remembering
right.
correctly?
That's right. And we're like, we'll just call you Mime. That's right. Or I said that. What else do we need to know? Where exactly are you taking us? And how much further is it? Fred's tired.
It shouldn't be too much further. It's what I believe to be an old cave of some kind, possibly with remnants of a railroad. Though I'm surprised we haven't seen the railroad by now. That
Right.
is part that we should have seen.
I do remember that. Okay.
I don't know what will be there, but I know that there was activity there.
All right. So we need to keep our ears out for train sounds.
Hopefully not. We need to keep our eyes out for train tracks. I was hoping that we could just find them and follow them there.
So if we don't find the train tracks, what do we do? You're taking a long time to think about this, and it's not making me very comfortable.
Do I have cell service?
Yes, but it's one bar.
Can I attempt to pull up any data I can research about old train railways that were built around this area and see if I can pinpoint where they might be?
Oh yeah, definitely. Go ahead and roll a research with a +2.
Let's go! Two.
Right.
Oh, me too?
If you also want to pull out your phone and look it up.
I got a 7.
Sure. And that'll be research, you said?
Correct. +2.
+2. How do I do the +2 then? Choose preset? No, that's not it.
I think once you click it, it gives you an option.
Yeah, I just
right?
typed it in.
Since it doesn't look like you got a +2 there,
Yeah, and
you can just
so you
add it
get a
on,
6.
make a 6. Yeah, so you guys both pull it up. You look up Uskoski Lake, because that's where you're staying. And then from there, you're able to just make the jump. They own this area, Uskoski Railroads. And that is something that you do find. Briefly, there was a Uskoski Railroad area, a track here that connected to major trackways. It was maintained, so I guess that sort of brings it under the ownership of the main railways, but I'm not a railroad lawyer. It went in to get some coal out of a mine. So there was a coal mine up here, but it was not open very long. At least I don't think that 6 months is that long for a mine to be open. Usually they're open for years, aren't they?
Yep.
A job
Okay,
that people can make a life around. No problem.
I guess, unless they move around for mining, but probably not. I mean, imagine it's open for a while. I guess until the mine runs out of stuff. However long that takes. Well, you think about it, most boom towns were based off mining. They found gold or whatever. You spring up a boom town, that's got to take, a while. For a whole boom town to evolve around this thing, it'd probably take years. And then eventually it becomes a ghost town because they run out and everybody moves on.
So that's weird.
Well, yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, everything has to be weird here.
It's not unknown for a mine to burn out after 6 months, but usually they won't have put a lot of work into it or run a railroad out to it yet.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind this mime opening for like 5 minutes.
Wait, what?
What?
I
Oh,
don't think I
mime,
had...
not mime? Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Okay.
It's been a dry spell for a while for Travis King, right? He's been hanging out with Fred.
I guess.
Damn.
I don't know what that
Fred,
means, but-
damn.
I mean, you've been at this cabin for like weeks now. Just the two
Oh,
of you.
yeah. Maybe I had some dry spell.
Oh, you did fall into a lake. Anyways.
It's true. Yeah.
At that point, you can also pinpoint that you are presumably relatively close to this area,
Okay.
and that you probably should be seeing the like railroad tracks
Can I
soon.
tell which direction we should be heading?
Yes, and it is exactly the direction that the mime is taking you.
So we didn't really learn anything new, but we confirmed that we're at least on the right track.
Yes, and you confirmed what she said because I guess you just trusted her, but
Yeah.
now you know
I'm
that
just
there's some
gonna follow her.
truth. Before you guys like move out of the clearing, she has one more question as you're like packing up and you're putting away any food that you have or anything. She asks, "You haven't seen a man in a blue coat, have you?"
Is that Paul?
What coat was Paul and Tim wearing?
Um, Paul would have been wearing like a black coat, but
I was
it might
gonna
have
say,
looked a little bit brown.
I thought he had earthy colors, yeah.
Yeah, it's been staying outside for a while. And Tim O'Hare would have had probably like a brown like dress coat, almost like not a dress coat, but like formal kind of academic wear.
Tweed.
Yeah, we'll go with tweed. Tweed
What
sounds
about
nice.
homeboy who's at the
The stoner?
managing, yeah.
Yeah, what do you
How do
think
you-
kind of coat he's wearing? Yeah, it's Rasta colors.
Rasta hoodie.
Yeah, which does not include blue.
What colored coat is Fred wearing?
Is he the man?
He's a policeman.
I'm
I'll look
wearing
at her and I'll be like, Fred wears blue coats.
I'm wearing a tan coat.
She looks
He
at the
wears
tan
them
coat.
other times when he's not wearing a tan coat. Probably, I don't know. Actually, I've only ever seen him in this tan coat. He actually wears the same thing every day. So do I. That's weird. We haven't changed once. We've been together for weeks.
I just have multiple of the same outfit. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like an old cartoon where you open up your closet and it's just the same outfit.
Yes, that's what you guys do. No, you have plenty of different options. But yeah, I guess you are wearing a tan coat today. She says, "Well, if you do see a man with a blue coat, and I mean very, very blue, try to avoid him."
Okay.
And then she turns her back on you and she starts leading forward again. I'm presuming you guys follow?
Oh, right. I'll get up and follow.
And you guys continue on your path. Continuing on your path into these woods. It shouldn't be too much further. But you need to roll in athletics again, the both of you.
I'm so ready for this.
Yeah, you guys are in pretty good shape, I think.
Fuck yeah, I am. Look at me go.
No.
I got an
Okay,
8.
okay. That's explosion.
Hell yeah.
Nope.
But not Frederick. So it comes to the point where you guys are at a small river, a creek, if you will, or a creek. I don't know. Small river. It's not anything that you could easily drown yourself in unless you were hit over the head with a large rock and then your face like fell into the river kind of situation. But that's like the only way you could drown. And you guys are passing over, walking on this log that the mime is leading you across. And Travis King, of course, has no problem with that, right behind her. And Titan, being a dog, has no problem with that.
Bork.
But unfortunately for Verde, as you're walking across, you slip. You suddenly slip. Would you like to use a Benny to not?
Let's do so.
Okay. You want to give me one of your Bennies? Oh,
Wow.
Oh,
How
I
about-
He
accidentally-
really doesn't want to fail.
There we go.
I accidentally spent one more Ben than I meant to.
It's like I'm doubling
Go
down
ahead and
on
re-roll.
this.
Hey,
There we go. Yeah, you slip just a little bit, but then you catch yourself. Like you might stumble forward, but you get your hand on Titan, and Titan just like locks into the log, and so you're like you balance yourself. And when people look back, you've already recovered, and you guys keep going on this log with your feet.
I look back and I'm
Not
like, why are you touching my dog's butt?
because I almost fell over. I mean,
Okay. Good dog.
And it's at this point I'm going to bring you guys onto a new map. As you approach an area, before we do so, though, as you're walking through the woods and you're looking for railroad tracks, you finally do see them, and it's like they stop very, very abruptly in these woods. Like you can see the area where they should be, and it's like people covered them up with dirt. I don't know why you're giggling over there.
There's two of me.
Where'd you go?
I don't know. It's just
Uh-oh.
there's two of me here.
Let's kill this one.
No, run quick! No, run! All right.
Take that one. Yeah, so you see like this track area, and railroad tracks, they're built on like raised ground slightly, usually, at least in this area. So once you finally see them, you can glance down and see that they've been covered up with dirt and overgrown for a while, as if somebody was trying to really conceal this area. I'm going to send you over to the map now. Because you like literally turn a corner and you can see that there's some mountainous like overgrowth here. I don't know why you're smirking now.
Because we can see the title of this scene.
Oh, well, that's fine.
I don't know. Stream can't see it, but I can see it.
I want to make you guys scared, I guess.
Oh Lord. Okay.
And yeah, you can see gravel like it is in this picture. You can see mine carts, disused and heavily rusted from the rain and the general moisture of this region. You can see those boxes, of course, and you can see that there's a mine opening. It leads deep into the darkness. Let me put you on the map. There is Travis. He's right here. He's a little big, but that's all fine.
What am I, Bjorn?
Bark, bark, bark. We got our barking friends.
That's an inside joke for anyone listening to another campaign and another character.
Actually, hold on. Let's move you guys, because I already had good options. Yep, thank you for covering me while I...
Yeah, I was trying to buy you some time here.
Okay, and make you visible.
Poof.
So you see this general area.
Mhm.
What would you guys like to do?
I'd like to see if any of these boxes are labeled. Are these newer boxes? Is this area still used, or is this like decayed old shit from long ago?
You can see from here, everything here is very decayed. The boxes are water soaked. They look like they're falling apart.
Do they have labels of whatever company was working this?
You would have to get closer.
I will get closer.
All right. What would you like to do, detective?
I guess I'll start checking out the mouth of the cave or the mouth of the mine.
Mouth
All
of the
right, put
mine.
you over there. Titan's gonna trot around. The mime goes to the central area and starts to look around, trying to investigate. How about both of you roll notice?
Boom, bam! Thank you, ma'am.
And
I got a
there will
4.
be a +4 on Verdes because
Wow.
of your 2 edges.
Okay, I already have the applied.
All right.
Jesus Christ! I get a 4. He gets a 15.
Woo!
Found what he's good at. What am I good at?
Well,
Flirting.
you're good at looking at boxes. Yeah, so you're looking at these boxes trying to find any evidence, like anything on them. And what you do find is that there is like a plastic bag with some papers in it, like zipped up and then pressed underneath one of these boxes. And as you
Okay.
pull it out, King, you see that it looks like music sheets. And
What?
at the top of the front page it says "The Call of the Squirrel Lord" by Melvin Bleeker. The name rings a bell.
Yeah, it does, but tell us why it does, because that
Is the
episode's
professor
lost.
from the last adventure.
Yeah.
The professor who is looking into the occult around here. The professor who worked at the community college doing psychology and running the parapsychology classes.
And how was he involved in our current investigation and what's going on?
He was accused of murder, but that murder is seeming more and more like it was caused by those monsters you were hunting. He was in the wrong place, the wrong time. He went to investigate them, and so did you guys, but he died, you didn't.
Yeah,
He
and
found his dead body.
found his dead body in the underground crypt, sealed off, welded sewer access part where we found a hive of monsters.
Yes,
And
and
that's
slaughtered
the
them
ones
all.
that bit. Yeah, we killed them all, and one of them bit Verde. Okay, sorry. I just did that for viewers because that chapter is lost. So
That's fair. So you're looking
Yeah.
at this music and being like, "What the what?" And meanwhile, Detective Verde, you went over to the front of the cave, and looking in, you can't really articulate much, but you look around, and you notice a few things. One, there is evidence that somebody was camped out here for the night. You can see like some indents in the sand. Like, let me get a little pen out here. Let's just draw a little freehand. Like there's like right here, it looks like somebody could have set up a tent.
Mhm.
You see boot prints all throughout this area. In fact, that's probably the easiest thing for you to see that leads you to being like, why is that spot not with boot prints? Oh, it looks like somebody probably had a tent there. You see boot prints all around, probably 7 distinct pairs, you think?
That's a lot of boots.
Yeah, there's a lot of people walking around, though for the most part, the only like weird or off. Let me rephrase. A lot of the boot prints go together and seems to be walking in a similar path, whereas there's one set of boot prints that sort of goes around and takes more unique paths that you can find. And they all look like they're about a day or two old. And so as you're going around, you notice that there is a final set of footprints, or shoe prints, I should say. Somebody in small Converse sneakers, small like not adult sized, I guess, but definitely not child sized, sort of an intermediate. Somebody wearing Converse sneakers was walking around here maybe hours ago, maybe up to a day ago.
Okay.
And yeah, then you make it over to King and noticing that he has papers.
Hey, Travis.
yeah, bud.
So somebody definitely has been here, and it looks like we've got small pairs of shoes walking around too. So it might be that girl the warned us about.
There's a pair of shoes walking around.
You know what I
Witchcraft.
mean? It's tiny shoe prints.
Oh, probably with the person inside the shoes.
Yeah, you know the little tiny girl that the mime warned us about. Maybe
Purple coat.
that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah.
The mime is investigating those smaller shoe prints very, very closely.
I'm not saying it's her for sure, but I mean,
So you got a
it's
bunch of people
possible.
walking around, including a child potentially, or someone, maybe a little person.
It's a possibility. Like I said, I can't be for sure because all we got's a pair of shoes.
You found the shoes?
The prints,
Oh,
Travis. The prints.
it's an investigation. Details matter, detective. I'm kidding. Here, look, and I'll throw the bag of papers over to him. Recognize that?
No,
Was our professor musician on the side?
Crap. So he was here?
His music was?
Why would his music be here, but he wasn't?
Why would the professor of archaeology have music? That
I
he
don't
wrote
know.
and composed?
It's possible, I guess, but
A man of many talents. Dun dun dun!
I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm just surprised some of his stuff is here.
Yeah. I mean, same. I don't know. So we got little people. What's that? Wizard of Oz. Is that a real thing in this world? You guys know of Wizard of Oz in Golden Ridge, right? With the Munchkins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean everybody probably does.
Okay, we
It's
got
the
a
Wiz
Munchkin.
that people don't know.
Yeah, the Wiz from Proud Family.
No, the Wiz, the Wizard of Oz, starring Diana Ross and Michael Jackson.
No, it's the Wiz from Proud Family. It's like a basketball player, but you never see his head or something. It's just his feet.
Okay, well you're probably also right, but I've
Is
never
that a
seen
thing?
Proud Family.
Chat, count comments on YouTube. Let us know. Anyways, Michael Jackson was in it. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, he's the Scarecrow. Anyways, it's crazy. Anyways,
This is real. Okay.
it is real. Anyways,
Yeah. So we're dealing with Oompa Loompas or something. I don't know. Should we head inside? I'd
Guess
like to
we
check
might
the
as well.
time. The time. What time is it?
it's probably about 5:32 p.m.
Okay. A mime and a mine at 9 on time. Let's go in.
Which of you would like to go first?
I take off running, full sprint,
All right, well, here we go again.
and then I walk normal.
All right, and then detective, you're going after him.
Yep, I don't really have much of a choice.
The mime seems hesitant, and you see the subtitles. Are you sure you want to go in there?
Nope.
What'd you bring us here for? Just to take pictures? Oh, I take pictures.
Sure. You could take a few pictures before you do that.
Thanks,
you
Dad.
sprint over, take pictures, then sprint to the cave. You see her words appear in your mind, just saying, "It's very dangerous in there. I was hoping to find whoever might have been here before they go back down in there."
Investigating the slippers. Do they go back in there?
Oh, good question. They do not.
So they walk around out here and then lead away?
Yes, into the forest. What you do notice as you guys look at it, the footprints lead towards the cave at one point, but it's the unique set of footprints. And it's the Pacific Northwest, so there's a lot of mud that you're able to see a lot of the like walking paths of people. It does look like it goes up to the cave and then comes back from the cave, but because there's not that much mud at the entrance and it's more gravel at that point, it's very difficult to tell if they went into the cave. They did go up to it and returned, or they went in and returned.
I guess I'll follow the footprints then, wherever they are leading. Unless, I don't know. What do you think, detective? Mine or footprints? I mean, the footprints chase random people that aren't. I want to look at the footprint. They have like boots on, right? Shoes? Or shoe prints. So these are chasing random people. The mine leads into caves which are connected to alien vampires. My quest is to figure out alien vampires, not chase children. But technically, I'm not being paid to do either. Mime, are you paying us?
She shakes her head. No.
Yeah. So, honestly, I could just go home. I don't really know, but I'm curious, and so going home doesn't give me any answers except going back to my daily life and getting paid. But also the curiosity in me kind of wants to explore these alien vampire things because they're still real and they still exist, and this cave might be connected to them because they live in underground tunnels.
I don't really have an answer for you, Travis. It's a hard decision to make, and I don't know which one to do either.
Third option, you and the mime follow footprints. Titan and I follow mine.
You want to try and split up again?
I don't think it's the best idea, but
It's definitely not, but
two
there's
birds,
worse
one
ideas.
stone. Maybe only go so far so that we hopefully don't get in trouble, and we can just kind of see what either option has to offer, and then meet back up here. And then, like, if you found something, or like your path leads to something good and mine doesn't, like, we'll go your path. Or if mine leads to something good, we go my path. Like, only go so far, you know. Maybe, I don't know, we both have clocks, right? Maybe give it like 30 minutes of walking, 30 minutes back, meet back up in an hour.
We could try it, yeah.
Just so that, I mean, because right now we're kind of aimless. We don't really have a direction. So why don't we chase both leads, see which one actually maybe pans out to something, and then meet back up. And if they both pan out to something, then we tackle them in whatever order we see fit, yeah?
Sure, I don't have a better plan.
Sweet. I'll whistle, pull out my gun, and head into the mine.
All right. You head into the mine, presumably with a light source too, right?
Yeah,
With, like,
probably doing the
flashlight?
whole, like, pistol and light up, moving in.
Okay, yeah. And you make your way into the mine. I'm gonna put you over here and put Titan right there. Move you here and here so I can differentiate.
Yeah.
The mime looks at you, Verde,
This
and
is not
says,
gonna
"So
go well.
we are going to follow the tracks then?"
Yep. It's where we're going. Probably not
And
the
you-
best idea, but here we go.
You two head off into the woods, though you notice that she gives a pensive look back, sort of a concern whether or not this is the right idea, but she follows you at least.
At
Well,
least
and
we're
you're
all
following
on the same
tracks.
page.
Yeah, none of us think this is a good idea, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Titan's just like, this is the best idea.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Titan's
hang out with my master. This is awesome. I
Yeah.
like caves. And you march into the cave. We're gonna start with the cave first, and then get to what happens outside.
Yeah, kill me off
Because-
quick and then get to them.
Yeah, exactly. I leave you with a cliffhanger like I did in the lake. No, you're walking into this cave, and yeah, there's a few things that make you feel a little uncomfortable. I should say. Like the
Can I make sure I
supports.
check the walls for like paintings and stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
The supports are kind of rotted looking, and so at certain points you're like, oh, I really hope there's no earthquake here. That would kind of suck. But your curiosity is pushing you forward. You want to know what's in here. Why did they close down this mine, perhaps? Why are mimes interested in mines? That's a difficult one.
Yeah,
Like you're looking around just trying to figure things out and see what you find at the end. And you're walking along, and nothing's really been said for a while. But then he just says to you, this mine is just going to keep on going, isn't it?
I'm sorry, what? Who said that?
Titan looks at you. What are you talking about, buddy?
What? Wait, has my dog ever spoken before? I don't think so, right? This is like a new thing.
What, cat got your tongue? Not going to talk to me now? This trip's going to be even worse than I thought.
I'll look at him and be like, Titan? Who are you?
I think you already know the answer. Travis, what's your name?
No, wait, you're Titan? You're my dog.
You're looking at your dog that is saying these things to you.
Right, but like, are you possessed by like a demon or something?
Man, King, you really need a vacation, don't you?
Yeah. Wait, why is my dog talking to me?
Would you like to roll your occult skill to try and think of something?
I don't think I have that.
You don't.
I don't.
Do you want to roll unskilled?
Absolutely.
D4 minus 2?
Yeah, that's... Yeah! I got 4, but you said it'd be minus 2?
That is correct.
Shit. So
All you can think of, all that pops in your head is that didn't Detective Verde say he had a bad experience with a cop when he went to a cave?
So this is like a trip. I'm high, and my dog
You
is
don't
talking
feel
to me.
very high. You
This
feel
is the
very
worst
sober.
high. Okay. Titan. Oh, what? Cat got your tongue?
I'm just waiting for you to actually ask a question.
Oh. Dick.
Oh, I'm the dick. I was being perfectly friendly right there, and then you just started to be all scared. Come on, King. You trust me. I'm a good puppy dog. Ruffle my ears really quick. I'll make you feel better. He sticks his head out at you.
I boop him on the head. Boop.
That was weird. I prefer my ears to be ruffled, just as a note.
The whole thing is weird. Okay, good.
Just as a
Good to know.
note.
Okay.
You flop them back and forth against each other, and they ruffle. It's fun.
What do you smell, boy?
Well, I smell something that. What are your words for that? It's very, very important.
What? You smell something important?
I don't know.
You smell classified documents.
No, I smell like whatever's at the end of this is really important. You know how that is.
How long have I been walking in this tunnel?
Probably 20 minutes.
Okay. I'm gonna push on for another 10 minutes while I'm talking to him, so I'm not wasting time. As I continue to talk to my dog, I'll be like, okay, so we smell something important at the end of this. Did you smell anything from those weird alien things? Or is this all just my subconscious? Like, are you just saying what I'm thinking? Like, how does this work? Am I actually getting any information, or am I just telling myself what I already know?
Well, I'm a dog, so what do I really know? But yeah, I did smell those. They smelled like death, like dead thing, like rolling it.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so you don't smell that now?
Well, dead thing to roll in is important, but this is different important. This smells like old dead.
Old dead thing. Okay. Okay. All right. What do you think about Frederick Verde?
He ruffles my ears.
Wow. No, he doesn't. He touched your butt once.
Well, I supported him with my butt, first off. His hand came down and I gripped that log.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Okay. Are you telling me you like Frederick Verde more than me? What the fuck, Titan?
I love you. I also like Detective. He detected that I like my ears ruffled. He does that little dog shake thing where he like shakes his head a bunch.
Yeah.
His ears flap around wildly. You guys come around a corner, like a couple minutes before you're planning on turning back, and you see that the tunnel has widened quite a bit into like a cavern. It's not necessarily like something where you could go out and then go walk left or walk right for a while. It's like a larger empty room. And as you flash your light around, you realize that it would have gone further, but there's something stuck in this tunnel.
Snorlax.
And as you put your actually, it kind of makes you think of Snorlax. It's some sort of gigantic monster, like that was trying to come through this tunnel, got stuck, and has apparently died.
Which way was it going?
Towards you. Is trying to come out of here. When I say massive, I mean it's like a 2-story building size.
Okay.
Something that if it was coming after you, and grabbed you, it would just throw you in its mouth and you would have been chomped up. You
Mhm.
see its mouth slack-jawed, open with giant vicious teeth. It's clearly dead and likely has been for a while, but it smells more like rust and iron than like rotting flesh. There's a faint rottiness to it, but it's mostly like a bitter metal taste in your mouth that you get when you smell it.
Okay. I'm gonna spend a decent amount of time investigating this thing. And potentially, if it seems safe, I'm gonna go out and pry one of these giant teeth things from it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
At least one.
And
But yeah.
as you approach, it doesn't move or anything. In fact, you can throw a pebble at it
Probably
from the
would.
ground. It doesn't react at all. And you make your way up, and you can
I walk up
grab
and I
on
go,
the tooth.
boo!
It does not suddenly come to life and start jiggling in fear.
Okay.
No, it is quite dead.
Titan,
The
what do
teeth
you
are
think?
long. Well, it appears to be dead,
What do you,
and it appears to be perhaps one of the sources of your problems, King.
the source of my rum?
Well, I don't
This
know.
guy was the one my ex was cheating on me with.
Yes.
Knew it. I didn't know it. Now I know.
Yeah,
I feel better
you
now
just-
that I know.
You flew all the way out here to avoid your ex that cheated on you in a different area because it was just here the whole
cheating on me
with
with this guy.
And that
Who's
makes
also
sense,
here. Okay, so we got a 2-story tall monster thing trying to climb out of a mine, got stuck on a mine shaft, couldn't move, probably starved to death, died. And smells of rotten metal. Sound about right?
That's what he said. The whatever you know that's what we both observed. Yeah, affirmative, King.
This hurts my head. Okay. All right. Okay.
Still trying to take one of those teeth that's about as long as your arm,
Well, absolutely.
like from shoulder to tip.
Yes, I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna take it to a blacksmith and get it turned into a sword, and I'm gonna become a sword wielder.
Okay. Get your crowbar out
That
then.
sounds super dumb, but I'm actually thinking about doing it. Just walk around with this sword from a monster. Yes. I will get my crowbar out. I have a crowbar.
All right.
I'm gonna
Go ahead and start crowbarring deep down here. It's gonna be a few minutes before you have to head back, so I don't know if you're gonna make it back. No, yeah,
That's
you're probably
all
fine.
I'll just sleep
and
down here. I did it before.
we're going off in the woods while Travis King is marching around in a mine having a interesting time. It's not the worst time he's had in a mine with an N. But meanwhile, we're outside with Frederick Verde, detective of the town of Golden Ridge. What's that?
Otherwise known as Ready Freddy.
I heard your joke, but I didn't hear what Fred said again.
Said da-don.
Oh, yeah, they're okay, yeah. So with your bad luck, you're walking around in the woods with a mime lady who is soaked in her own blood, presumably. You just take her word on things, I guess. But she's otherwise unarmed. I feel like I should have mentioned earlier. She is dressed in her...
Right?
She has her hands and her arms, but she doesn't have any weapons or a backpack or anything. And with her mime outfit, it doesn't really look like she'd have pockets for much, if anything. Truly unequipped, more or less, is what she appears to be. And so you're walking in the woods with this person, looking at these tracks, seeing that they indeed marched to the left of this map, on one of the two rails that is quickly covered up. They march over that, giving nice tracks, and you can follow that out. And after about like 10 or 12 minutes, she asks, "Can you still hear me?"
What?
Apparently not.
I just normally it's around this point that people shouldn't be able to hear anymore.
I couldn't hear you in the first place.
Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean is underlined.
Yeah,
She said
I
that
can
with
still hear you.
attitude.
I can still hear you. Yes.
Why did you save me? She just has turned around and stopped at this point.
Because there's been a shit ton of dead mimes laying around. Kind of wanted to know what was going on.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah. You wouldn't happen to know anything about some cave paintings, would you?
Some of them, but not all of them. You would need to talk to somebody higher up than me. I'm
You
just a
mean the ones
pawn.
that are dead?
No, they were also like me, pawns, soldiers. You would
Oh.
need to talk to one of the bishops or the knights or the queen herself.
Of course. Okay.
You still have that powder, don't you?
Yeah, I still got it.
I wouldn't advise normal people to consume it further, but perhaps you are not a normal person.
Lady, I'm a police detective that's out of town right now on a vacation to get me out of the way so I won't squeal to the press about what the hell was going on in town. I'm about as normal as you can get.
She thinks for a little while and nods. You're probably right.
I'd prefer not to have a seizure or heart attack or whatever I could get from taking too much of this powder. And even if that doesn't kill me, the way you're talking about this queen, she will.
She might.
I've got too much to do and not enough information to go waltzing off into dreamland to talk to some queen just for her to kill me, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's a good point. And if something pops up here, I'd rather you be present rather than in an audience with the queen.
He hefts the shotgun a little bit. So would I.
All I know
All right.
is
So we're
is
still.
that they are
You
they
got-
are searching for the king, and the bishop, and the knight.
Are they around here?
We don't know, or at least I haven't been told. But that's what I've heard from the higher ups.
Can you talk to the higher ups?
Well, I suppose yes, now that yeah, I guess since I'm the leader of my squad. Do you mind sparing some of your powder to me?
Hands her the whole bag.
She takes the bag and she takes a little bit out. She just snorts it up her nose, puts the rest of the bag away, and she just like gives out this action pose, like "Argh!" Just grips her arms out and flexes her arms, and then just bloop, disappears.
Okay. All right. Checks the action on the shotgun a little bit. All right, so now I'm alone in the middle of the woods following tracks. Fuck. All right. Just start slowly looking around the area to see if there's anything. Is she gonna come back here or shit? So that's what she meant by around. I didn't think she was really gonna disappear. Thought she'd just be in a dreamland or something. Fuck. He sits down at the base of a nearby tree that gives him a little bit of cover from everything around him.
Yeah, you
Shotgun
find a
over
good
his-
tree for that.
Shotgun
Definitely.
over his lap. Ah, fuck. All right. Do I have cell phone service?
Yeah, 1 bar.
I try and call Travis.
What's Travis's voicemail message?
What up, bitch? Hey, yeah, I can't really get to the phone right now. Probably out here, on a quest or adventure, or, some kind of mission. But leave me a message. If it's for a job, make sure you mention payment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks. Later. A beep.
Hey,
Please
Travis.
leave a message after the beep.
Got him.
Hey, Travis. It's Fred.
Hi, Fred. No, I'm just kidding.
Mime lady took some powder to go talk to her boss, and apparently going talk to your boss is literal, and she poofed away from me. So now I'm out here in the middle of the fucking woods by myself with a shotgun. So when you hear this, call me. Ends the call.
You end the call, and you're sitting out here. It's not as spacious as the clearing I'd given you, but it is rather nice. Now that you think about it, you've got this nice tree that you're leaning against. As a root that you were sitting on kind of leans you against the base of the tree. There's a small creek going through. You can see where the railroad should be, but that it's clearly been covered up and there's some grass and mud about it. Is there anything you want to do? Are you going to just wait here till you get a call?
I'm gonna start making a blind.
Okay, yeah. There's plenty of materials here to start setting up. Like a blind is essentially trying to make it so it's harder to see you
Like
while
a hunting
still.
one?
Yeah, like a hunting blind.
Okay, yeah. I just want to make sure I understood. There's plenty of materials here. There's ferns and whatnot.
But it's going to be a little bit difficult because I'm trying to do it without making it seem like there's something like that here.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. I think that would be a survival check.
Nope.
Well, you're working on it, and that's the key thing. Would you like to use a Benny?
Sure. Benny!
Benny, 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 Benny.
Benny and the Jets. I already made that joke before.
Nope.
That is a
Damn.
critical failure there. You can still use a Benny.
Oh, really? This system's nicer than
Yep.
Zweihander.
It's not Mithras. And it's not it's Zweihander, I guess. You can
There's
just,
no reason not to use a penny, I guess. Hey, finally.
There we go. That's a success. And it's sort of good that you did that. You found a really nice area where there's already some strategic ferns like set up where you could add more ferns of your own to like extend the fernage. It's a believable setup here to begin with. So you start to work on that after abandoning a few projects before that. And as you're sort of admiring your handiwork, leaning back against the tree near this running creek, you hear some movement. And what you feel is like every hair on your arms and the back of your neck and just standing up. It's like a very powerful electrical current running through this area.
I'm going to be as still as possible while trying to maintain my line of sight outside the blind, if that's possible.
Yeah. And it's very, very fortunate you put up a blind to protect yourself here. Because whatever this is that you hear going on is on the other side of that blind. You get an idea of what it might be by looking at the creek, the flowing water. You can sort of see the garbled like reflection. But you're keeping very still as this approaches. And what it sounds like is a young woman, angry, and talking to people, but all you hear, like footsteps wise, is one person. And it's just like, I didn't think there'd be such a problem with the new help here.
I mute my phone.
Oh. Yeah, you can switch it.
Hey, man!
Hey, I got your call!
Yeah, what's going on? Ring, ring, ring! I just keep calling. No.
Yeah, you hear her saying, and now I'm just walking in the goddamn woods. You think it would be easier to set people up, but no, you just deal with a bunch of goddamn imbeciles. Nobody is even trying to work. You hear her splashing in the water as she's walking across the creek. Great. And why are there so many creeks and rivers in this? I thought you guys were supposed to be helping me. Are you not? And this is when you pick up some faint subtitles. It's like very, very washed out. But you see a number of subtitles saying, we're just doing what we're told. We can't give you any power unless you ask us for it. You must ask us for it, otherwise we cannot give it to you. Oh, some gods you guys are. You're all a bunch of pocket wizards. She's like stumbling past. At this point, you know she's moving towards the mine, or at least the way you came from.
Can I poke my head out a little bit and get eyes on without her seeing me, or would that be too much?
Roll your stealth with your alertness and brave for a +4.
Okay. I still don't know how to do the +4.
That's fine. We can add it on after your roll.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you don't even need it. But a 13 is better than a 9. If you're unfamiliar with the system, it goes by 4s. 4 is a basic success, 8 is a great success, and 12 or higher is heck yes. Yeah, so you're able to like peek over and get a good glance at her. It does appear to be like a woman in her teen years, probably 18 or 19, you think. She is wearing a very vibrant purple coat. And when I say vibrant, I mean it's like neon, like somebody's wearing a coat that glows radioactive. You're seeing the back of her head, so you can't see if she has blue eyes. But what also stands out as you look over is that there's flickering energies behind her. And like they solidify briefly and then disappear again. One of them looks like a large cat, something like a scarf or snake draped on her shoulders. There's smoke or like a floating face of. It's a lot of strange images, and there look to be like about 4 or 5 of them, flickering in and out like that. The most prominent one is the cat following her.
The urge to put a shell of double buck just in her back is enormous.
Yeah.
Whether or not it'll work, though, the odds are low, I suppose.
You have a bad feeling about it, but
Yeah.
this does feel like an advantageous time to solve a problem. Something about letting a problem fester just sticks in your mind for these brief seconds. You know, these are really long seconds where you have long, complex fights with yourself.
To shoot
I guess.
or not to shoot? This is the question.
You got, I mean, a 9 + 4 for 13. That's a great stealth roll.
And I do have a blind.
Mm-hmm.
And the blind is there for a reason. It's supposed to do a job.
It is supposed to.
Okay.
Do you want to shoot a young adult in the woods that has done nothing wrong to you other than maybe having something very wrong? You know, everybody's got something strange going on in the town of Golden Ridge. If we start shooting people for doing weird things, we have to kill Travis King. No, that's an error. Let's just push that. That thought was non-canon. The fuck out of here.
The thought briefly flicks through Fred's head. Nah.
No. He's the king. You don't kill the king.
You
You have your hand on your shotgun.
purple shirt.
Purple coat,
Match-
to be fair. It's like
purple coat.
one of those puffy coats that you'd wear
Matches
around
the
here to stay warm.
description. Has the weird god things hang off her like the mime said. The mime did say something about that, right?
Yeah, she also said that you could have been hanging out with a queen or something right now.
Fuck you. Well, I guess it's a good thing the mime went instead of me because, the mime would be in trouble right now.
Yeah, probably.
This is like the hardest decision of this campaign, by the way.
That's okay. That's why I'm making these 3 seconds last a long time, and also because I see Rath over there just popcorning it.
I'm enjoying the show, man. This is good. While he debates this in his head, I'm thinking about conversations to have for under the table, actually. So I'm gonna save him for that.
Crowbarring a tooth, and and Titan being like, hey, put your elbows into it. Everybody, no, that's not right. I don't know. I'm a dog.
I'm over here butchering some long dead monster. He's out there about to shoot an unarmed teenager. This cop.
He's a detective. He's detected a problem.
About to gun down an unarmed teenager in the back with a shotgun.
Well, let's break it down, though. So why would you see her as a threat? You've heard a report from mimes that she decimated a bunch of them. You guys trust mimes because you appreciate art, and a mime has been around you that has not injured you. Just giving you a drug that didn't really give you any good high. Like, it wasn't like even a sugar high. It's just you saw subtitles. You bridged a language gap. It's almost like taking a pill to know Spanish.
Can I throw my voice?
Ventriloquism?
Hold on.
This is one of them pristine moments where you've stumped the DM.
He's actually got to open his book.
I have my book open to trait summaries and edge summaries.
What, you didn't know the rules of ventriloquism in this, coming into this game, Pickles?
Come on, man. You're supposed to be better than this.
Yeah, you didn't prepare for ventriloquism?
I should be better than this.
Who doesn't prepare for that?
Performance, I think, is the closest thing
I would agree
to that. But I'm looking through this because, like, I was hoping for acting, but I guess that would be under Yeah, that's under performance.
Yeah.
And that's where you have that skill. But then it's like, okay, what about persuasion? Ability to convince others. That wouldn't really be it.
Oh, I think performance is probably your best bet.
It doesn't really matter.
What do you want to do with throwing your voice?
Kind of make it harder for her to locate where I am if I say something.
What are you gonna say? Like, what is your speech?
That's an interesting question.
Police, hands up.
Ventriloquist police are here to get you.
just to make it where she can't pinpoint my location immediately.
Probably what, performance and persuasion? Performance to see if the throwing your voice works, persuasion to see if she complies.
I see this more as intimidation.
He is the police.
That I think that kind of throwing of your voice would be under intimidation. Do you have that as a skill trained?
He's an
no, that's an unskilled anyways.
Never forget, Pickles is
either one of them's an unskilled.
Good. Well, good. What are you saying about me over there?
I was saying, never forget, Pickles is a way nicer DM than me, which is a compliment. You're a good DM.
Okay.
I'm mean.
Thank you. I guess because performance would be to like stage throw your voice and like that, but intimidation would be your overall. Can you be a police officer?
Yeah,
and because you don't have that trained, I think you.
I have
were
persuasion.
You ever an officer?
I have persuasion, but not intimidation.
Which doesn't really fit your character because that would assume that you were a nice cop, and you're not a nice cop.
Well, he's a detective with bad luck.
You're like, what?
And I wonder why.
Vice. You're like a vice cop.
Well, I am a detective in like what appears to be the most supernaturally active place in the world, or the U.S. at least.
Well, and that's the thing. Your character has lived here for a while. He's lived in the hills. In fact, when you picked your character, you said you are from the hills rather than Golden Ridge specifically.
Would I be able to tell what these things hanging off of her are?
This is all very abnormal.
So could I roll occult to try and see if I remember?
You could
something?
actually. You could roll
If I could
occult
remember
for
something.
this.
Okay.
Yes. I just want to make the point that all of this activity is
Oh shit!
And you actually have a cult. Oh my
Yeah.
god, bro. A 12?
Um.
You're rolling on fire today.
Yeah. Okay. So, from the occult knowledge that you have gotten, and we established that your occult knowledge is mostly related to the librarian faction of occult in town.
Mostly, yeah. But
Mostly.
I mean, I would assume if they have something to do with the hill people, I would have heard something growing up or something.
Yes. Yeah. So you have your hill people background as well as that's flavoring your occult. But you know that Tim O'Hare has mentioned the apocalypse, the end, those kind of things, with various powerful spirits that infect people. A lot of nonsense that generally doesn't fit the case that was at hand. But it's all starting to come together to you now with what he said over the years and claims he's made. What you're seeing is somebody who is presumably the chosen one, is what he'd say. The girl in a purple coat. I said woman because she's an adult, but I'm not weird like his books.
Go.
The girl in the purple coat with the gods attending her will. Gods in parentheses, but mostly clarified as spirits attending her will rise and destroy everything. And that's where you grip your shotgun rather tightly. You are brave, so you don't need to roll a fear roll. You can still act if you want to, but you know what you're looking at is the end of times, walking through the woods, pissed off. And your shotgun feels rather small.
Kill it now, no end of times.
When I say gods at her attendance, the stories he has told is that she can shapeshift, she can appear to be anybody she wishes, she can withstand any amount of damage. Stories tell of her wandering across Europe in the medieval eras. A cannonball could not even take her down. It would just like break her arm off and she'd put it back on. Unbelievable nonsense. Fan fiction, almost, if you will. An invincible person that is not to be trifled with gods in her attendance. That's always like the end line to it.
Did they give her a specific name?
No, just the girl in the purple coat. Many names could actually be attributed. They're all just female names: Samantha, Emily, Jessica, Monique.
All right, how many bennies I got left? I got 3. And they refill every session, right?
Yes, technically I should have given you guys some this session. So if you'd like to give
I gave myself 3.
You did? Okay, did you give yourself 2? Because you have bad luck.
Will give myself 2 now.
All right. Yeah, you can do that automatically, or if I remind you, and that makes you guys feel better. But you do get them refreshed each session. I'm doing it differently from the normal system in that I don't take them away, because each adventure is sort of one whole thing. So maybe I want them built up for a reason.
We're gonna need
Like now.
Yeah. I want you guys to kick ass. That's the reason.
All right. I'm gonna try and throw the voice.
All right. With intimidation.
I'm not gonna be trying to.
If it's unskilled, then it's truly however you want to try it, which direction you want to go.
It's gonna be more of having a conversation, I guess. Just without letting her know that I'm here. And I'm assuming since I'm a hill person, I would know the woods kind of well, so I would know how to move around if I need to, and make it sound like I might be somewhere I'm not.
Yeah. Because you're from this area and you're a hill person, I'm gonna let you roll smarts instead. Just roll your
Okay,
smarts die.
cool. That's that helps.
Yeah, I feel with your background that
Hey, I mean
and
that's
yeah,
not.
that's good. 6 is good. What do you want to say?
Hello, purple coat. What you doing around here?
You hear her immediately stop in her steps and say, "Damn it. Okay, which one of you is it?"
Which one of who exactly? All I heard is you've been having a bad time, so I thought I might say hello. I've also kind of gave myself an accent that I don't normally have.
Yeah, I know,
If
I
you can
definitely.
hear it a little bit there.
I felt it. You do good accent work. But anyways, um, she are you still looking at her, or do you want to be hidden behind the tree?
I feel like if I'm looking at her, she'll feel where I'm, because
Yeah,
you know how you get that feeling that somebody's watching you. I don't want her to have that feeling, so I'm kind of just sitting behind the tree.
yeah. And Rath, you're good at accent work too. I'm not being mean to you. I just
No. I'm listening to this, and I'm curious if I can guess what's about to happen.
okay.
Okay.
Um,
I have the mime knife,
you hear her starting to walk over to you.
like towards where I am.
Yeah, generally backtracking towards that creek area, which you're still shielded from if you'd like to be.
Yeah.
You have the knife in hand, you said?
Yes, I feel like that might be the only thing that'll do some damage.
Yeah. What do you want it to be? Is it a knife in your hand?
For now, it'll be a 1911.
1911. Okay.
I
Yeah, you've
reserve
done
the
that before.
I reserve the right to switch it if I need
That's
to.
my gun. That's what I have.
Well, it's 45 ACP. It's a big bullet, so
I'm carrying. Sure, sure.
She's
Yeah.
coming closer and closer. She says, just a random person in the woods. You're not, oh, I don't know, one of the rebels, one of the people defecting, maybe one of Cyrus's dumbass friends.
Cyrus, rebels? What are you talking about, lady?
She's approaching the creek now. I can smell the mime all over you now that you've opened your mouth. I bet you've been kissing them, haven't you? Freaking freaks. She's out in those woods. No, I know not all the people out in these woods are freaks.
Why exactly would I kiss a mime? What? That's beside the point. What are you doing here?
She's making her way around your blind, though on the other side of the creek at this point.
I'm
Um,
gonna like keep moving to stay hidden from the spirits and her, if
it,
possible.
it'll only buy you a little bit of time. Sorry, what did you ask her?
What exactly are you doing around here?
I'm just walking through the woods, wondering now why you're suspiciously along my path. This is the point where if you ask a question, she's going to be moving right into your vision.
If I ask a question.
Yeah, or any action that you do, she's going to be like you can see her shoulder sort
Oh,
of,
okay.
and she's like sidestepping her way towards you.
All right. If she steps around the corner, the pistol's gonna be like pointed right at her forehead.
Yeah. As she steps over, you can see that she has some Converse sneakers on. She's dressed in like jeans, a apparently neon purple coat.
I've been snooping around because I've seen some weird stuff out here lately.
Some weird stuff, huh? She has her hands in her pockets, so you can't see what she's holding. It's
I
like the hoodie pockets.
suggest you take those hands out of your pockets.
She's just grinning at you, and as she grins, you can see, like on the mud bank and in the tree level behind her, you can see that there's these strange faces and spirits, like that morph around. There's a cat in particular that's saying something, but you can't really pick it up anymore.
I'll have the shotgun in my other hand, pointed like underhanded under the pistol,
Yeah,
pointed at the spirits. Not that I think it'll do anything, but just kind of letting her know I know they're there. You know, strange things like the stuff floating behind you.
oh yeah, yeah, that makes sense. A lot of strange things happening here. I bet you'd like for all of these bad things to stop happening to you, huh, Mister?
You know as well as I do that names have power out here. For some reason, nobody knows yours, I suppose.
I'm right then. I'm right. Because you've been hanging out with mimes. And that's the shit that they do. It's annoying
What?
fuckers.
What are you talking about?
Okay, yeah, let's just play dumb, pretend you. Okay.
I know about the mimes. I don't know what you're talking about. The shit they do. It's kind of hard to miss the paintings on the walls and shit around these tunnels.
A tunnel diver. So you probably work with Mr. Bleeker, huh? Another one of his students? You know, you don't. You look a little old to be a student.
I was about to say, do I look like I went to college?
Well, with this shitty town, it's hard to tell. Some
Okay.
people look like hobos and they've got a PhD, and you're like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Anyways, you're pointing a shotgun and a shitty little mime pistol at me.
Yep, that's about the long and short of it.
Yeah. So, what kind of what are you expecting from me? Do you really want me to just smite you from the earth here? You
Not
hear a voice
particularly.
behind her out loud say, "Would you like to burn him alive?" You don't see where it comes from though. No, I don't want to burn him alive. I mean, just like some homeless guy in the woods. Do I really want to burn him? What the fuck? No. Well, I don't know
Alright.
why they gave you a mime knife, but look, I'm doing the right thing here. Weird random dude hanging out with mimes.
From whose perspective exactly?
Yes, I do have time to argue with a homeless person in the woods about what I'm doing. I'm trying to get my best friend back from these demonic things. She gestures behind her. But not these ones, because these ones are helping. Some of them are assholes, some of them are good. I'm out to get my best friend back. And the
Holsters the
mimes have been thorns in my entire path. They give
ho-
random homeless people like you dangerous weapons.
I holster the mine pistol kind of just in the pocket, then hold the shotgun in a hunter's carry, just cross-armed with it cradled in my elbow.
She says, "Thank you."
Well, as long as we're having a conversation, don't figure guns pointed at each other is gonna do us much good.
Do you see any guns in my hands? She
Those
holds
demon.
up her hands, and you do notice, because you are very, very alert, her hands, like she has 5 rings on.
I don't suppose those rings count as weapons, huh?
No, jewelry doesn't count as weapons.
If you say so. All right. You want to tell the old man about your troubles? Just grins, kind of cockily.
I wish I could. I wish I had time for stupid enjoyments at a bar, for hanging out in the swamp or the forest or whatever godforsaken place they put us in this time. But I don't have time for you.
Why not tell your side of the story?
Because the time it takes me to persuade you that I'm the right is going to let them get the upper hand. That's probably
Who
why they
exactly?
gave you a piece of stupid metal that wouldn't do anything to me anyways.
Exactly.
The mimes.
The mimes are the ones that took your best friend?
Yes. Their queen holds my best friend hostage.
Great. Nothing's ever fucking simple.
No, never is.
All right. Since you don't have time for me, suppose we go our separate ways then.
Yes. Just remember, I'm not here to do any damage except for those who need to suffer. Those gods need to be ended.
Be careful who you think needs to be suffering and who don't. It's hard to be judge, jury, and executioner. It's best you don't do it anyways. But if you set on that path, be careful about who's whispering in your ear. He kind of nods his head towards the spirits. They wanted you to burn a man in the woods for no good reason and just because it felt like it was good for them.
They usually know what's right. Don't make me regret not burning you alive.
What? An old man with a shotgun and a mine pistol?
Yeah, she says, and then that's when she just starts walking.
You have a good one. Remember what I said. I turn around and start walking the other direction.
Making your way away from this, let's jump back to Travis King having a good time down in the mines. Yeah, his dog's talking to him. That's weird. But yeah, you pried the tooth off. It's actually surprisingly ideal for like a sword of some kind almost. If you sharpened it,
I'm so pumped for that, but I am.
It's not one of those like really wide teeth that would be hard to carry unless you had like anime like muscles. It's like a spear almost, and so if you sharpen the edge a little bit more, it'd be like a sharp tip with a cutting edge. It's a brutal monster here, and you notice that it actually has multiple mouths.
What?
Yeah, this monstrous creature looks like an abomination of just tumors and growths, mouths, eyes.
Gross.
Yeah,
Is
but you got a tooth.
Gray pale skin?
What?
Like the alien monsters we found?
Oh, yes. It is very similar to them in skin texture.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. What color is his eyes?
Of the ones you can see, they're all different colors.
Okay.
One's like a cat eye. There's one that's like a human eye, but very large. There's a number of small eyes.
Does it look like it used to be like humans and then like mangled mess together and grew into this thing?
Yeah, kind of.
I wonder if
kind of, but like
it used to be like a bunch
expanded.
of different aliens that molded into this thing.
Yeah, quite possibly. That's what it looks like. It's a large, ungainly creature that doesn't look natural, but it has all these like outcroppings of arms and legs, so it was trying to crawl out, but it clearly got stuck.
And it's blocking the only passage, so there doesn't look to be anything else I can do besides going through it, which isn't an option right now.
Yeah, not right now. I guess we could get a drill.
Yeah, just climb into its mouth and try and find my way through.
Oh, or that, yeah. One of the mouths.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna dive inside it. No, I'm just kidding. I knew that. You're like,
do you really want to?
No, not at all. I'm curious, but I'm not stupid.
King, are you really gonna do that? Leave me here behind? I'm not crawling in.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wolf.
All right, Wolf. Yeah,
Wolf.
Bork. All right. Well, it's been long enough. This is pretty much a dead end here, so we'll just follow the tracks and see if we can catch up with the rest of them. All right.
Yeah, I guess if you're talking to me.
Yeah, can you just talk now? Is this just a thing you do? Have you always been able to talk and you just never talked to me before?
I don't know. I'm always talking. You're never listening.
Yeah, that's probably true. I need to be a better listener.
No, you need to ruffle my ears. I made that very clear. I feel like I've said it many, many times.
Fair
Ruffle
enough.
them back and forth, flop them about.
I was playing with him the whole way out here. What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, and I keep trying to move your hands to my ears, and you keep just going back down my back. I'm like,
we'll walk out in silence all the way back out, and on our way out, I'll just be petting him, ruffling his fucking ears.
Thank you. Oh yeah.
No, in silence.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Feels
want to make
good.
some old man saying, "Oh yeah." Stop it. This is weird. You're making it.
Oh
weird.
yeah.
You're making it weird. Stop.
What a hootenanny.
Oh my god.
Gonna
Feels
party
so
up.
good.
Ruffle.
I sprint
Okay,
away from
Ruffalo.
him. I run away. I can't.
Yeah, no, he seems very appreciative, and you guys do walk out of the caves. Nothing's coming after you. You make it out, and he has been.
Can I have to take pictures?
Oh sure.
Monster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like, and he stops talking, obviously, after you stop responding, and you guys make it out, and you are outside. What? Ding! Voicemail received. I'm your phone. God, you buy a weird phone.
I really need to change my ringtones.
That's your voicemail received tone.
Yeah,
which
I'll,
is not something.
I'll listen to it as we follow the tracks down the path.
Yeah, it's it's your friend Detective Verde, and he's talking about what is it? The mime disappeared.
I'm just out here in the middle of the woods alone.
Yeah. Call him. He said, "Call him. I know a lot."
He said, "Call him. I know a lot." Is that what he said?
No, I know that he said that a lot. Like, you need to call me when you get this. Just
okay.
call me.
I'm gonna be walking and I'll be like, "Well, Titan, that explains why they're not back at the meeting spot. It seems his companion disappeared, and I don't know. He probably got scared and dove into a bush or something."
Titan's like snuffling at a bush, and then looks at you.
No, not that bush. Fred would have laughed at my joke.
He walks over to, Titan walks over to you and rubs against your leg.
He probably wouldn't have laughed. He probably just would have threatened to shoot me again. Oh, do you not talk anymore? What the hell? Ruffle his little ears again.
He looks at you with a big smile on his face.
Say, "Oh yeah." Say, "Oh yeah."
Do it.
So I was just high the whole time. Yeah, oof, yeah. I was just high the whole time. Is that? So that cave had the same fucking aroma therapy that the other one had, apparently. I mean, no offense, Titan, you're adorable, but I really do prefer it this way. It's much better without you talking. No offense. I pat him on the butt and keep walking.
He tries to move your hand forward, but you move your hand.
I move on down the path, walking along.
Not gonna call your comrade?
Oh, yeah. I'll be walking down like 5 minutes. I'm like, oh. As I'm walking in the path, I go to call call my friend. Yeah, I guess I'll call Detective Verde. Like, I should just call someone else. Call a librarian. What was her name?
Michael.
No, not that librarian. The librarian I made friends with back at that I didn't really make friends with. I think I flirted with her or something.
At the community college?
Yeah, and then did I pee on someone's book or something?
Oh my god, yeah, you did.
I did something to someone's book for no reason. I don't remember.
This is why it's the Lost episode.
Yeah, I peed on someone's. Did I pee on his book? I did something.
No. The canon is that you like threw his book on the floor. That's what I'm gonna say.
No, but what did I think I peed on his book and I hit on the librarian, and for some reason she was into it. And it worked.
Yeah, she was.
And then, okay. Anyways, I'll call Detective Verde.
Detective Verde, you said you were walking away from your spot there?
Oh, and his phone's silenced. You wouldn't even hear it.
He'd feel.
I mean, it still vibrates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was walking away because bad things.
But she was walking towards the mine, so he's walking further down the road, and she's walking towards me, and I'm walking towards her.
No, I'm walking back
Titan's
towards.
walking
I'm walking
with
back
me.
towards.
So you
I'm
guys
talking
are
about
you're walking in the same direction as her. So you're like, "Okay, bye," and
Yeah,
she's
I'm
like, "Okay,
walking-
bye," and then you guys just walk together.
No, I walked away a little bit and started paralleling the path back towards the mine
Yeah.
because she was
Okay.
following the creek.
Oh, I thought she was walking towards. The
She
mine.
was heading towards the mine area, though.
Yeah.
She was crossing the creek.
So I guess we'll see what happens. I'm walking along.
But yeah, no, that's fair. It's probably when you are like halfway back,
Him?
walking backwards, that you get the call. You went away for a little bit, and then you parallel back, and you're trying to go to the mine, catch up with your comrade before he gets out and gets killed. And that's when he calls you. Bzz, bzz. I'm your phone. What the fuck?
Picks up.
We have the same ringtone.
Travis, get the fuck out of there now.
All right, I'll turn around and start walking the other way I was going.
We've got Purple Coat Lady headed your direction, and either the mimes aren't telling us everything, or somebody's lying to us. So we need to meet back up at the cabin. But first, you need to get the fuck out of there. Your Purple Lady is coming your direction.
Purple light. Mime. Okay. Are you high also? Don't breathe the air. It's bad. Ask Titan.
You remember the Purple Coat Lady we were warned about?
Titan's not talking right now.
What?
Yeah.
Whatever, Travis. Just head back to the cabin like as fast as you can go. We've got problems.
Where's the mime?
Disappeared to go talk to the queen or something. That's not our issue right now.
So the mime disappears. There's a purple lady, and everyone's lying to us. And Titan's not talking to us right now. So there's
Why
a
would
lot
Titan be
going on.
talking to us?
Listen, all right, you weren't there, you wouldn't understand, but we had a moment. He likes his ears ruffled, so just ruffle his ears, and apparently that's all.
Yeah, I
he cares
figured that
about.
out day one.
Yeah, apparently that's all. Like he's your dog. Like that's it. That's I have no connection.
Well, you
with
should probably ruffle his ears better.
his feathers. Yeah, you should ruffle his feathers. You're right.
Ruffle
Treat
his
them like
ears
feathers.
better.
I should go home. That's what I should do. This makes sense. Also, I don't know where I am.
You guys actually at this point have like rounded a corner, and you can see each other.
How? I turned around. He told me I was walking along the path towards him. He walked. None of this makes sense. I'm so lost
you did
in
start.
this one.
You started going back,
The
but
space-time continuum so messed up.
you stirred back, but you had made enough progress that he came around a corner, and you can start to hear each other.
It's very
Like,
possible
outside
that
of the
we walked
phones?
into each other because at this point I'm so turned around that I'm loud.
Yeah, you guys can hang up and go talk to each other, or you
Walk
can keep
into him. I'm like, what the hell? I thought I was. I'm so lost.
It's whatever. We need to get back to the cabin now and call somebody because this is way over our heads. I saw the freaking mountain spirits, man.
I don't know what any of that means. I just talked to my dog.
It means we're in deep shit.
Oh, also I have a sword now. Kind of, not really.
You see him carrying a large, like tusk.
Oh, by the way, I'm carrying this.
Oh,
It's not Titans.
okay. Whatever, I guess. We need to go.
I'm gonna point behind him and I'll be like, the mine's that way.
We need to go away from the mine. We need to head back to the cabin.
Okay. So we're gonna walk the way I came from, and the way he was going.
Okay, now you're getting me lost.
None of it makes sense. I'm so lost. But I think that's the point. I think we're lost in these woods is what the DM's getting at. So I'm going to go that way. The way I just came from.
Would it be safe to assume that one of us has a compass or something?
Yeah.
Who? Titan. The mime.
I'm going to assume the one with the survival skill which would be
That
Verde,
would be me, yeah.
would probably have something like that on hand, more or less.
I'm gonna pull it out of my bottomless coat pocket.
I have a D4 survival.
Oh yeah, okay, then you probably both have like one of those if you're wandering around the
And
woods.
I just been walking out here getting lost as fuck. I'm pretty sure I can't. I'm so confused.
Oh, what the fuck? Yours is broken, that's
that
why.
makes sense, yeah.
It's just spinning around in circles. Dude, throw it out.
Listen, no, I still follow it. It leads
Don't
me
litter.
to what I treasure most or something I heard.
It's confused.
It
it's
says
just
a lot
spinning.
about my person.
But yeah, you guys can make it back to the cabin if you want to move in that direction.
Yep, we need to head that way.
Why? I feel like I should show you the monster.
What monster?
He has a tusk in his arms. It looks like he slayed a monster.
Where did
perhaps.
that come from?
The monster. There's a monster that lives underground. It's dead now. It doesn't live there anymore. It's dead there now.
Okay.
You have photos you can share with him.
We can
Yeah,
go look
I'll
at it
pull up
later. I
photos and then quickly swipe away from all my shirtless pics and then be like, this one.
Why'd you take a dick pic in the tunnels?
Listen, all right, I was
No, you
commemorating
didn't.
the
I'm sorry.
moment. I was naked, posing, doing the Captain Morgan stance on the monster.
Oh my lord! I was gonna say early on, but at that point, where Titan's like, I don't know if I can use my mouth to take pictures.
Yes, Titan was taking the pictures. This is back when he could still talk to me. You wouldn't. We had a conversation. He likes you better. Anyways, it's a whole thing. My dog and I aren't close anymore. Here's the camera. Look at these pictures. Is what I'm trying to get at.
Okay.
You
What the
definitely
hell is
see
that?
a large monster.
Monster. It looks like a bunch of them alien things combined into one underground and became a big old monster.
Okay.
But it's dead now.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Good job.
You're welcome. Travis thinks to correct him, like, wait. And then he's like,
Should I?
I'm gonna just not say anything. It's fine. If he asks, I'll answer. But he's like, so I mean, at least you've seen it. I guess we don't need to go to the mine now. Basically, it led to this, and that as far as I could get, it ended up blocking the path. So
Okay. We can worry about it later, I guess.
what's back at the cabin? What we came out here to help the mime. Where'd the mime go?
I told you the mime disappeared, man.
That doesn't even. She brought us out here just to poof away and feed you to the purple lady.
She
and
took
a
the
monster?
drugs and poofed, man.
She took the drug. Oh, so she took. What the fuck? So the mimes are bad, basically. Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
So are we on Team Purple?
I don't know anymore, man.
I say we go back and fight the cops.
Fred just blinks at him, not really dignifying it with a response.
This is just Travis is at a loss, just kind of staring at the ground, just kind of thinking out loud. It's like, yeah, I mean, he'll turn and walk in whatever direction Verde's compass told him to go.
All right, let's just get back. I don't know what to do, man. I really don't.
King follows in silence, just kind of staring at the ground, but like trying to process everything the whole time, like thinking through all the different stuff that's happened with the cops, the monsters, the purple, the mimes, everything. Is like, what the fuck? It's like that meme of the lady sitting there and she's got all the math symbols flying all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll
Exactly
for me
like that.
your athletics checks, everybody.
I'm gonna use a Benny.
Yep, same.
I mean, yeah, you both can, but Travis, yours was a success.
Yeah, but it's shitty. I'm gonna
Alright,
use a Benny.
I succeeded the
Benny?
second time. You should have just kept the first one.
I'm gonna use a Benny. Oh god, oh no. I'll take that. Thank God. Okay, so I got, what did I get? A 4, I used a Benny, 2 Benny, 3 Benny, 3 Benny, 9. I'll take the 9.
Would you like to use any?
No, I shouldn't have done it to begin with. That was a terrible idea. Why didn't anyone try and stop me?
The sun is setting at this point. You guys are making your way back down. You know that you have a few hours to travel, and this time you don't have a very focused and weird mime lady covered in blood leading you. That does feel like a disadvantage here. But on the bright side, none of you slip in embarrassing ways and fall into the mud. This is a rather muddy area. There's many creeks and everything. You're crossing, like, doing jumps over, like, little rivers. Nothing that's too difficult, but you guys managed to make it through this without actually falling in the mud and becoming a mess yourself.
Well, that's good.
And I feel like that's an achievement here out in the
It's very
Pacific
much an
Northwest. We'll see if that gives you anything at the end of the adventure. But so far, you're still pristine. You're still looking clean. And you make your way back to the cabin. So I'm going to just throw you over there. It's coming up on nightfall. Hold on, Doe. Hold on. I'm presuming you guys are going inside your cabin. But you
Yes.
can move yourself to wherever you'd like to be. Something wrong?
Do you have 2?
No.
You do have 2 images of this, one during the day, one during the night. That's cool.
Yes.
I like that. Well done, Pickles.
And also to be completely transparent, when I was making this, I wanted some stuff specifically, so I went to drivethroughrpg.com and I bought this cabin in the woods. It was like $1 or $2, but
Yeah.
it gave me a lot of options. It's all the same thing, but with different stuff on it. Anyways,
Cool. I've gotten a lot of stuff from them too.
yeah, but it's a great website if you're looking for very well made things.
Yeah. All right. So we made it back to the cabin, huh?
Yes, you're inside the cabin. You instinctively check your project together. The case study room is intact.
I thought you were
Nobody's
gonna say
coming
it's
and trashed
That's
it.
good.
In
good.
fact, everything looks normal. Locked where you locked it, and unlocked where you didn't leave it unlocked. Or, well, no. I mean, no. There is no
I was
unlock
like,
then.
Wait a second.
Nothing is unlocked unless you wanted it to be, and you didn't want it to be, so I presume that everything's locked.
King's
sun
gonna
is
crack
set.
a beer and fall onto the couch.
Yeah, Titan jumps up on there and snuggles into you. Puts his head in your lap.
What are you thinking, detective?
I'm thinking we need to figure some shit out, man. I don't know. To be perfectly honest with you.
What?
This shit's gotten fucked fast.
So, the mime just took your drugs. Is that what she was here for the whole time? Was to get her hands on the drugs?
No, I gave them to her. I gave them to her so she could go meet with her boss. And then as soon as she took them, she poofed. Presumably to go talk to the boss.
And then a purple girl tried to kill you?
No.
Purple girl wanted to kill me.
We had a conversation.
About killing me?
No.
Why'd you say she was
Yes.
coming to kill me?
She was heading your direction, and you tend to shoot first, ask questions later. And I didn't say she was going to kill you. I said you need to get out of there.
Okay, that happened one time, and to be fair, it saved the girl's life, alright?
Oh, I'm not denying it could be a good thing. I'm just saying it's a thing you do. So I wanted to be on the side of caution rather than, you know.
Told me to run away just in case I happened to shoot this girl.
Or she got tired of having conversations with random people in the woods and she decided to kill you first.
Do purple
Because
girls...
that was also part of the conversation. She has spirits talking to her, and they seem the kind of spirits that like murdering people.
I'm gonna look at Titan
And
and
yes,
be
those
like...
exist.
Because in my mind, Titan spoke to me and all that. I'm gonna look at Titan and be like, "Are you trying to kill me too?"
What do you mean Titan talk to you?
Oh yeah, Titan can talk now.
Really?
When he wants to, I think.
Like Miss Wolferson talk, or
No, he speaks more English than Miss Wolferson.
well, that's good.
For those listening, Miss Wolferson is a reference to Chapter 1, the Lost Chapter. A woman who showed up at a coffee shop. I thought she worked there, but apparently she doesn't. She showed up and was serving me coffee and got my number somehow and kept calling me and barking into my phone. And then I came to find out that she's actually a very common spirit that roams the town. So that's cool. Anyways, I'll be like, yeah, no, I guess he just speaks when he wants to.
That's weird. Not really our biggest problem, but weird all the same.
Agreed. And now you're telling me that the spirit things want to kill us, or might want to kill us, or might want to kill things?
They seem to be ambivalent to things and probably follow the god complex of, oh, killing this thing might be fun, let's do it.
So we got a purple girl, we got god spirit things.
Purple coated girl. The girl wearing a purple coat that we got warned about.
Who warned us about her?
I don't even know anymore. We've gotten so many warnings this trip.
Tim O'Hare, your occultist friend, was the one who had told you these stories about this incoming apocalypse. This is knowledge
Tim did,
that
I guess.
King does not have.
I was gonna say, yeah, I didn't think I was there for that conversation.
Oh yeah. So Tim warned us about the purple girl.
Purple coated
It's
girl.
a whole bag of worms, man.
Okay, right, and then squirrels and alien
Oh yeah, the
vampires.
squirrels are still a thing.
Corrupt cops, purple girl, demon spirits, talking dog, monster.
I'm just
Does that
gonna
sound about
ignore
right?
the corrupt cops thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would expect the cops to do.
No, I mean, whatever.
That sound like I summed up everything? Did I miss
About
anything?
yeah. Oh, the purple coated girl also has spirits talking to her. I
Yeah,
forgot
demon
that part.
spirits, purple girl, monster, talking dog, mimes, alien vampires. I had 7. Oh, corrupt cops. Yeah. Is there anything else?
That's about it.
Cat gun.
Cat gun?
Yeah, the cat
that I
that
gave
led you
the-
to a gun.
Yeah.
That you associated with the Order of the Chosen Flame, or Chosen of Flame, the COF.
Another faction, and then we get the librarians you told me about.
And the
I think
librarians
the
did
mimes.
confirm that they know of the Chosen of Flame, but don't work with them.
Do I have a pen? I need some paper. No, it's in my backpack. Hang on.
Well, and this is where both of you guys picked smart characters. So any of these things that at least I can remember, I will remind you of.
Trying to write on my mouse
So you
pad.
guys are in your main cabin room area with Travis King lounging on the couch with Titan. He's drinking a beer.
Yeah.
When
when I
Detective
grab
Verde.
the beer, I'll grab one for Titan as well and set it down, crack it open for him and set it there. I don't know. He can talk now. Maybe he drinks.
Yeah, he gives it a good looking at, but he just wants to snuggle with you on the couch.
That's fair.
Now
Now that I know he's
Detective
some
Verde.
weird old man, like I don't know how comfortable I am with this, but I'll let it.
What is Verde doing? Are you making yourself something to eat in the kitchen there? Are you holding a bottle of beer yourself, leaning against the counter, trying to figure things out? What are you doing?
He's in deep thought, sitting on the couch, beer in one hand, shotgun over his lap.
All right, so you're all on
I-
the couch then.
Am I laying on your
Yeah.
lap?
No, well, you're
Oh,
probably lounging the other way in that
okay,
case.
I'm in a chair then.
Why are we all
That's
sharing
fine,
this?
too.
There's multiple chairs.
Yeah,
All
I'm
one.
I'm in a chair rather than a couch, and I'm
Okay,
not
that's
drinking a
fine, too.
beer. I'm
Sits on
drinking
my
some of the
lap.
whiskey. I'm drinking some of the whiskey I brought.
Okay, glass of whiskey. Um,
No, the bottle.
oh, drinking from the bottle of whiskey. Okay, it's getting dark here. We're both drinking from bottles.
It's one of those days.
You're both sitting here, and you get this strange you get this strange feeling again for Detective Verde. Not again. This is a first time for you, Travis King. It's this
Okay.
the electric feeling, like something very dangerous is nearby. And it makes the hairs on your arm stick up, back of your neck stick up.
I'll look to Verde and be like, "Is this you?"
Nope, but I have a good idea who it is. He gets up, goes to a window, and looks out towards the woods.
Roll a notice check, and King, if you'd like to do the same, you can roll a notice check as well.
Yeah, I'm getting prepped. Gun at the ready.
Great 9.
5. I'm not using any more bennies.
Yeah, no, a 5's good. You both probably get up to different windows. I'm gonna put you right there, looking out these windows, and what you see makes you feel an increasing discomfort about this situation. You see squirrels lining the edge of the woods.
I was forgetting something.
Yes, the squirrels. Anywhere that you see bushes, there's squirrels staring out at you guys from them. If you look up and there's branches, they're on the branches.
I reach into my pocket, start unloading my shotgun, and start loading birdshot into it.
All right. Good call. Good call.
I'm gonna
Do
go
you know
into my investigation.
You know why I'm loading birdshot?
I'm presuming that's better against small animals.
More pellets.
Yeah, the more spread then.
I'm packing. I'm gonna go into
Are you going home?
Yeah, I'm going into my investigation room. I'm putting all my stuff back in the folder. Get my folder together. Grab my.
I like
car
to
keys.
imagine here, an alternate take for this adventure is that you're like, he does this every time. This stupid fucking, I'm putting my stupid shirts away, my stupid pants, putting all my files in here. Fucking get paid to come here. Zoop. You take out your backpack and it starts rolling as you walk out the front steps. God damn it! There's a evil wizard that comes up I'm gonna kill you, and you're like, no, I'm fucking gone.
I'm leaving.
I'm
He's in
fucking
there.
done.
I
This
don't
is
have
out
time
of the
for your
contract.
bullshit. I'm out of here.
I don't
I'm not
care.
playing anymore.
But I serve the god of yeah. I'm sure that
Yeah,
whatever.
he's
the
in
fuck.
there. Go get him.
My little backpack thing is already in the Jeep. There's my Jeep turning on. But wait. Hold on. You just drive off.
This is basically what's happening.
And then Fred steps out on the porch and shoots him in the face.
It just splatters over the credit screen. Anyways, yeah, you go into your case study room. You are packing up to get out of here because you are having an impending feeling of doom.
Yeah, I mean, what? I can't fight a million squirrels. This is not. I mean, I could take 2 squirrels. I can't take a million squirrels.
Yeah, they'd be biting you all over.
Yeah,
And you go for it.
I have a weird old man dog to protect. All right.
Travis,
Yeah, I'm working on it.
pack my stuff up too, but leave the whiskey bottles out and put some rags in the top.
Yeah, you don't have any stuff in here. This is all mine.
Well, when you get done with your shit, go get my shit. I'll try and hold them off till they start coming this way.
Okay.
Is that a yes, I'll help, or no, pack your own shit?
I'll do what I can.
All right, works for me.
I continue packing, getting all my notes
Verde.
and everything.
Something you remember about the mime you found, she had a lot of bite marks all over her. a lot of small injuries.
Should have kept the smiley bottle.
She used pretty much all of it. If you want the empty bottle, you could have kept it. Or you can have kept it, I mean to say.
I'm saying we shouldn't have given it to her. What did that get us? She stole our bottle, stole our drugs, and tipped the fuck out. Just like everyone I knew when I was in college.
Except for Pickles.
Except Pickles.
I never stole your drugs.
I never had drugs.
Yeah, so I never stole them.
I had a lot of people try and steal my drugs, and I never had any. It never worked.
They're like, oh, shucks.
Yeah, like,
Swiper doesn't get to swipe.
I'm here to hang out and have all your drugs. And I was like, I don't have any drugs. And like, I don't want to hang out anymore. And I was like, okay, bye. College. Good times.
Purple coat lady, now would be a good time to show up and call off your fucking minions. Pointing the shotgun out the window.
Wait, the purple lady's in cahoots with the squirrels?
Squirrels are biting the mimes. That's about as far as I got. You know as much as I do about this shit.
She's mad at mimes. Okay. I continue packing.
Yeah, you're doing a great job at it.
Thanks, man.
You finished about like 75% of your packing in there when the next thing happens. And Detective, you're probably the one who picks up on this first from your angle. You can probably hear the sound of sprinting, like somebody running down the path, like the slap of shoes into mud.
Oh god, it's probably the dude who owns this
and
place.
Shotgun is pointed down the path now.
Yeah, and as the figure comes around, you can see through the trees. It looks like your mime friend.
I was gonna say, is it Paul?
Coming up from the north, like running towards your back door.
Shoot Paul first.
Back door is locked. What would you like to do?
Unlock the deadbolt, let him in. But, don't let the guard down, because everything is bullshit and suspicion is everywhere.
Yeah, so you run over, you open, like, the deadlock. Do you want to open the door, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. She is, like, full-on death sprint, if that's even a thing. Like, going so hard that when she finally crosses the threshold, she just dives and slides on the floor and does a tumble, makes a lot of noise, and clues off to Travis King that something's going on in this main room, that a mime has literally dive-tumbled. Oh my gosh, you move a token and it just slides so slowly.
Please tell me you do not have Purple Jacket following you.
I go to kick her in the face, but I stop as he starts talking to her.
Yeah, you can see her on the ground there. Like, you could easily stomp on her if you wanted. But you both see, in clear subtitles in your vision, you can't hear me. I know you can't. Please, don't hurt me. There's something going on. I saw the girl with the purple coat.
Fred, we're still high?
No shit, we did too. I had a nice conversation with her. You wouldn't believe what she told me.
Why am I still high?
I still got the shotgun pointed out the door. Yes, we still hear you. You better start talking.
Interesting.
She can't talk.
I can understand you when you speak.
I still got the shotgun pointed out the door.
Yeah. You can close the door if you want, but
close the door, deadbolt it. Yeah. So is Purple Jacket following you, or is it the squirrels all we got to worry about?
I've still got my gun out. I'm like, wait, who's the bad guy? Are you the bad guy?
I don't know, Travis.
All I know is that we are in trouble, and I can't let you die. Either of you. I will die before.
You?
No, they're not here for me. They're here for you two.
Why? Why for us?
All we did is follow you so you could steal our drugs. You split us up and you robbed Fred. That's all I know.
She didn't rob me. I gave her the.
Yeah, you probably just told me a story so you sounded cooler, but she robbed you. Is what happened.
She pulls out the bag of the powder and holds it out. I didn't take this. That you gave me this, and I
know. I gave it to you. He doesn't believe either of us. Please start talking and telling us what the fuck is going on.
You're the worst rob victim ever. You just handed it to her?
I told you this. I didn't get robbed.
You're a cop.
She looks between both of you, and the subtitles firmly say, "The Queen told me to protect both of you. You are important beyond worth.
What the fuck is going on?
I mean, I
And that's
couldn't
why they're
agree
coming
more.
after you.
Who? Okay. So if she knows how important we are, why do the squirrels know how important we are?
Why should we send you? What are you gonna do?
What?
I was the one that you have talked to, that you trust. We have reinforcements coming as soon as possible.
Trust is a thin
So you
piece
trust
of
her?
ice right now.
I'm about to shoot you in the face.
Well, you haven't lynched me yet, so I think that's a level of trust that I
You
can
need
value.
to start telling us what's going on.
Listen, death by squirrels is not something Travis King is going down in history books for, alright? I don't care how important we are. Death by squirrel is not the way I plan on going. That's so lame.
And that's not the way you're going to go, sir.
We're
I
gonna
will
have this
protect
cop
both of
shoot
you.
me. He's tried like 14 times.
I have not.
Look, a threat is incoming. I don't know what it is. The queen has not told me what it is. I just know that we need to be prepared to fortify this house against the threat that comes.
It's the
likely...
squirrels.
We're in a shit love cabin.
You told me you were military, and we need to fortify the doors. We need to block windows. We need any supplies we have. Is there anything that we can break up here and use to like block anything?
There's a bunch of stuff in the basement.
Then let's get to it. I will climb down there. I'll pass things up to you. Does anybody have an axe?
He goes into his room and brings out a wood axe. Yeah.
Wood axe? Okay, we have nails. Anybody have nails?
He looks at Travis.
No, look at Titan.
Titan looks at me. Look, what the fuck?
Fourth wall break.
Dogs do see ghosts.
I'm not a... I hope I'm not dead.
I just the thought of the GMs just sitting there floating in the room, transparent. What are you guys looking at me for?
The worst part is the GM being spotted by the dog and the GM being
Yeah.
scared. Like, what? Uh-oh.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm not in the story.
You're not supposed to see me.
You're not supposed to be here.
You're like, oh shit. It's like a glitch in the game. You're like, uh-oh. You found a bug.
Go ahead and roll for me. If you want to be like trying to fortify things, roll survival. If you don't have survival,
Doesn't
I don't
matter.
know what to tell you.
Hey, exploding.
Rolled an 8.
Nice.
I'm
Travis,
rolling
do you want to
really
do
well
something
tonight.
other than that? What would you like to do?
Yes.
Would you like to roll like you're fighting to help like break stuff down? You don't have fighting. I'm sorry, you're a lover.
I have fighting.
Yeah.
So I'm 75% of the way packed.
Oh, do you want to keep packing? Yeah, no, that you could actually continue doing that if you want to be fully packed and get like your stuff with Faraday stuff as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish. Well, I'm gonna get my stuff, and then I want to look out the window and what's the path to the Jeep look like?
Squirrels.
It looks like squirrels.
That's fair. Does it look like I could step on enough of them to get to the Jeep before I go down?
It's difficult to tell because they're all moving about like almost like mice in a sense, you know, like scurrying about, like flowing and going different directions. It's clear that if you go down the path to your vehicles, you're gonna have a hard time.
I want to go
And
out
you're probably going to be taken
I want to
down.
go out and grab my sword, not sword. I want to look at the mime and be like, "Are they here because of this?"
She looks at you and looks at that.
I say with so much dramatic, like I've seen too many movies. Are they here because of this?
She puts her hand on your shoulder and says, "They're here because of both of you."
What did we do? What did Verde do?
Hey, don't put this on me.
Listen, if one of us did something that would piss off a bunch of squirrels,
No, it's nothing that you did to piss him off.
I gave him liquor. That should be a
They-
good thing. It's like a friendly pour one out for the homies, you know?
Any kindness that you did to them is lost with the hold that is upon them. there are bad forces out there that want your demise. And then she looks at Detective Faraday and your demise as well.
The demon purple ghosts? The purple girl's demon ghost? What I meant to say?
Possibly so. I know that she opposes our path.
I just had a conversation with her and she didn't try to kill me. I have no idea what's going on.
Did she know who you were? Like, was she looking for you? Was she out there for you?
No. She had no idea who I was.
So how do
That's
squirrels
good.
know who we are?
That's the question, ain't it?
It's
Besides
good
the
that
fact
they
that they've
don't
been
know who
watching
you
us.
are yet, but they may have gotten a whiff of you. Some of them can be very deceptive, and we're here to protect you.
Wait,
You
my
know-
dog could talk. Maybe he could tell the squirrels that we're friendly.
Oh no. Uh-oh, you both have a bad moment here. You have a bad moment where your notice skill has picked up something really unpleasant. I'm gonna just like move you a little bit to the general conversation points. Like you're probably like around here-ish,
Terrified
maybe.
me that you said that right after I brought Titan into the conversation.
Titan's still on the couch, like looking at you
Titan
guys,
turns
being
into a
adorable.
demon.
Yeah, I was
Um,
like, my dog can talk, and you're like, and you noticed something terrible. And I'm like, what happened to Titan?
Titan morphs into a demon.
Yeah.
You see
You've
Proceeds
seen
two
to try and
figures.
murder us all.
You each see a figure staggering out from the squirrel line. It looks like a person.
the one parlay.
A person
Hi,
stumbling
I'm Paul.
towards you. But what sets you off as very unpleasant about this is that the person has this weird like scurrying to them, as if they're being puppeted by a series of squirrels. The squirrels flow out of their eye socket onto their arm and into the limb. They're stumbling like weird squirrel puppeted zombie tanks. And to wrap up this episode, you hear the tones of a frantically playing flute. You both think back to the music that you had picked up at the Squirrel Lord's lair. It does match the number of notes you saw in that. The very frantic, spirited, sharp playing. Flute music is playing into the night. Zombie things are moving towards your house. It is you two, a detective, a bail bonds agent, a mime lady covered in blood with no weapons, and Titan, the star of our show,
What if-
preparing
really
to
wish-
deal
What if at the
with
end,
a horrible thing.
the end
I
of
really
all
wish
this,
I had an AM 180 right now.
if we all like, what if at the end of this we all die and this is just Titan's story? Like he can talk and he's just talking to the therapist, like, and then
Look, I just really miss King.
yeah.
Yeah, you miss King, but there's nothing that you can do that will bring him back.
So then
Well,
we
hold
got
up.
back
Let
to
me tell a story.
to the cabin.
When we
Let
got
me
back
take
to the
it back.
cabin, he
Let
was
me take
ruffling
it
my
back.
ears.
You would not believe walked out of those trees, squirrels everywhere. What if they were just normal things, but Titan has a memory of a dog and he's just made them into squirrels to comprehend and like understand it? He was like
They
squirrel
were actually
monsters.
all zombies, but he just turns them
Yeah,
all into
he's like there were squirrels everywhere.
They're horrible. There's squirrels everywhere.
The story of
Okay, dog.
Titan.
Well.
That would make this entire campaign make so much more sense. Titan's
Dog
already
vision.
convinced that he's dead, and now we're all dead, and Titan's telling the story. He's the narrator. And that's it for this episode. You got anything else to wrap up on?
No, I think this is where we should go under the table after a brief break.
All right, we're all going to climb under the table together after a short intermission. So thank you all for joining. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. This is Chapter 2, Strange Town of Golden Ridge, a Savage World campaign, Episode 4. Huge shout out to my players. Thanks, my players. This isn't King's Crossing. I apologize. Huge shout out to our DM, Mr. Pickles, for putting on the show for us. This is insane. It blows my mind every time. If you guys are listening, you can't see how many times I'm over here with just my head in my hands going, what the fuck? Huge shout out to Fred for joining us on this roller coaster. I appreciate you being here. I'm glad that you were able to join us. And huge shout out to me for being here because that's cool too.
Yeah.
Sponsors.
And I took that personally. It's a podcast you can find on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts. If you enjoy my flavor, but also want it tempered with the barbecue sauce that is Chison, aka Brad, we talk about movies. We have a good time. People seem to like the episodes, but I'm not really a podcast like person, so it's hard to really advise people on podcasts. If you want to hear us talk about movies and take it personally, it's called And I Took That Personally.
Also, Drinks and Discussions, the RPG podcast, otherwise known as Dirty, airs every Monday on twitch.tv/theofficialwrath. It is basically a group of RPG aficionados, basically nobodies who've played an RPG every now and then, get together and act like we know what we're talking about and discuss RPGs and everything that kind of falls under that umbrella. Those go up on YouTube every Saturday, so you can catch the episodes there. We've also reformatted to add a small tabletop adventure to follow up every episode, wrapping up the last hour of the series. Our first one is going to be a mini-series brought up by Mr. Pickles himself. A couple of homies getting in and joining as players, and we'll kind of see how it goes. So join us for that. More to come. And lastly, Fred.
I actually have something this time. I actually do stuff now. Yeah. So, our ODA unit for Arma Milsim stuff has opened up recruiting. ODA 2113. If you want an invite for something like that, Arma Milsim, kind of casual Milsimi, hit me up in Rath's Discord. I'll send you an invite. We'll see what we can do, and we'll get you invited, get all your mods set up, and all that sort of stuff, and we will do that. Preferred if you have Arma experience, but it's fine if you don't. We'll get you up to speed.
Awesome. Hell yeah. So there's your 3 sponsors. Thank you so much for everyone for enjoying the episode, partaking in the episode, making this a thing. If you're watching this on stream, stick around. We're going to be coming back for Under the Table. If you're watching this on YouTube, Under the Table posts every Sunday. For this series, I think it posts around 7 p.m. You can check it Eastern time. We'll see you all in the next one.